Sega is continuing to hurt, and basically Sega is they've announced that they will be closing down their San Francisco offices, which were their main U.S. offices throughout their glory years, and that's really sad. It also means that they're going to there's going to be some layoffs. They're wording it as early retirement packages, but
it's not layoffs. It's right sizing. They don't say downsizing. It's right.
I saw that right.
Corporate speak can fucking blow me.
Yeah, it's
terrible.
It's awful. It's like a fucking cum shot in the eye.
Okay.
It's not that I know. But early retirement package, right sizing, yeah, all of that can fuck right off. Early retirement packages are a way to make you leave a company and take the money as opposed to just being laid off or fired.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than nothing to do it. I've had a member of my family it happen to where it's like, all right, we'll pay you something to get you to go a little bit early. And it's like, it's better than having nothing. Yeah, I mean it really fair. Is. But I mean, so this is the end of an era, basically.
Yeah, I mean, and it's sad because here's what they're doing. So they're going to shut down San Francisco,
move to
the whole city, and they're going to move to SoCal, somewhere around here. The thing that sucks is they're focusing on PC and mobile, and what that means to me is a bunch of cheap, shitty, free-to-play games based on beloved franchises that we don't want to see. I mean, they already started doing it with Phantasy Star Online, and I mean, does this mean we're going to start getting like free-to-play Shining Forces and shit like that on our phones, with in-app purchases? I don't know, but seeing Sega in this state is really sad to me.
Well, what brought them to this past few years? I know the Sonic titles haven't done well in a long time.
Well, it's just been they've published some decent stuff.
Alien Isolation.
It even says here the Alien Isolation moved well for a Sega published title, but their mistakes are much bigger. For every Sonic Generations, there's 4 Sonic Booms. I mean, they're just not making money anymore because they're not making good games.
So we'll either see Sega just start to maybe license out the character to other publishers, perhaps let other publishers put out a Sonic game instead of them, and it's cheaper and easier for them, obviously less risk. Or like you said, you'll see cheap to make mobile games with like Sonic, or maybe you'll see a Crazy Taxi game.
Well, and I think someone will I'm sure someone will correct me on this. I can always count on that. In the comment section, but I don't know if it's actually true, but there was already talk of letting Atlas have their way with some of Sega's franchises, basically because they're owned by Sammy, and I believe Atlas is currently under Sammy as well. So there's already been, whether it happens or not, there's already been talk about letting other people handle Sega's popular games.
Well, what are the big 5 franchises that are viable besides Sonic? That
I think ones that would be viable for a comeback besides Sonic would be your Shining Forces, your Streets of Rages. You could bring that into a modern era.
Beat 'em ups are kind of really niche, though.
Yeah, Shinobi. I mean, you can do a lot of.
We're basically talking franchises that have been popular in 20 years.
Yeah, you can do anything with a franchise. It doesn't have to be a beat 'em up. It doesn't have to be. I mean, you can turn whatever you want.
Well, how did the last Shinobis do? The third person ultra-violent ones, did they do okay?
I don't think it was ultra-violent. It got great reviews, but that was early to mid PS2, and then
it's been that long. It's been like 10 years.
Yeah, we've never seen anything since.
Okay,
but it kind of gave birth to. I think that game kind of gave birth to how Ninja Gaiden ended up.
That was the one that was violent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's just sad.
Crazy Taxi. Shenmue's not a franchise. They haven't had a game in forever, and the third one may never come out. So
I don't know.
It's a shame that you can squander. Sonic's one of the, if you talk about video game icons. He's in the top 5 probably.
Well,
and you squander him like that.
Jet Set Radio was a phenomenally creative and fantastic, first game. Mm-hmm. The second one I didn't like so much, but other people did, so to each their own. They could have done more with that. I don't know. There's definitely stuff that they came up with during their Dreamcast era that they could have done more with. The Space Channel series. It doesn't have to always be a rhythm game. I don't know. They've always got these good ideas that they never really seem to iterate beyond a certain number or far enough.
Well, how do you advance something like a Crazy Taxi series beyond a sequel? I mean, what else can you do?
Well, you don't have to. I mean, I'm not saying everything should have that. As a matter of fact, I'm one of those people who firmly believes the first Crazy Taxi was the best one.
From what I remember, it's good.
I thought
it's better.
I thought 2 and 3 weren't nearly as good as
I didn't know there was a 3. There
is a 3.
It's just a shame that now when you go out, like I went to the swap meet and the seller had one of the cheap 20 or 50 games built into the cheap Genesis console, and it's just like, really, Sega, this is what you've been demoted to. Basically, this is what you are now.
Well, they've been doing that for a while. They license games out to Hyperkin for the handheld. So I mean
they're hurting.
The signs of problems have been around for a long time.
Well, hopefully they move to San Diego. We can check them out. That'd be cool. Get a job.
I would just cry the whole time.
We cry.
This is not the Sega I know.